Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lemon Live at 5. So glad that you are here. A couple of things. I'm smiling because we have a great show for you, okay? So call your friends, call your neighbors, call everyone, call your enemies and tell them they need to watch this because it's going to be one of a banging show. First of all, make sure you hit the like button, the thumbs up button, okay? Make sure you hit that thumbs up button so people can tune into our show. It does affect the algorithm and more people become aware of our conversation, our show. They get involved and they'll be aware of our channel. So hit that thumbs up for me. And you folks in the chat, tell everybody to hit the thumbs up. Good afternoon, fellow Lemonhead, says Nafdarifa, Nafa Difra. And make sure you guys, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Okay, also, look, we got a new little thing. Check out the bottom of the screen. We moved the Don Lemon Show logo up because we are doing a something that is new on YouTube where you get to see the comments like this. You guys see that? If you are on, I think you can see it on your phone. You used to be able to see the comments anyways if you were watching on the television. A lot of folks watch us on the television, but you see the comments there right at the bottom of your screen. And I'm looking on my monitor. This is great. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Greetings. Today is National Hamburger Day, someone says. Okay, so we got that going. Maybe our thumbnail should have been Trump is crashing out. Because he is crashing out today. It is ridiculous. But before I show you how he's crashing out, and it should be Taco Day rather than Hamburger Day, okay? Before I show you how Donald Trump is crashing out, I just want to, I said that every single time I had the opportunity, what I am going to do is show you what a grifter Donald Trump is, because that should be the lead story every single program, every single news story, every single broadcast is how Donald Trump and his family are profiting off the presidency of the United States and off of your back. Sesame Street. This is what I'm going to show you is from 2005. Sesame Street knew Donald Trump was a grifter. As a matter of fact, they called him Donald Grump. And I want you to watch out for a cameo appearance by someone you will definitely know. And then we're going to get to the taco crash out tantrum of it all today at the White House. But first, how Donald Trump is a grifter. Here it is.
Donald Grump, and I have more trash than all of you. So, yeah.
Back it up because he says, I am Donald Grump. Back it up.
I'm Donald Grump, and I have more trash than all of you. So, yeah. I'm looking for an apprentice.
Huh?
A helper.
Oh!
I got so much trash, I need somebody to help me sort it. And whoever I pick to be my helper gets to keep some of my very own trash. Of course, I'll still have more trash than you do. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I want some of that trash, so pick me, huh?
No, pick me, man.
Quiet!
Pick me.
Hey, the first thing I want to say is, Omagrosa, Swampy,
Yeah?
Spam, you're fired.
What? Hired? What does that mean?
That means you don't get to be my helper.
Well, wait a minute. You can't fire them. They haven't done anything.
I just did.
Omagrosa. Oh my gosh, no wonder he hates Sesame Street. No wonder he's going after PBS. Come on, Omagrosa. I'm Donald Grump. I still have more trash than you. Nah. Okay, something very similar today happened at the White House. Okay, so we told you, apparently Donald Trump they need to start tuning in, the folks at the White House, and I told you I should be in that briefing room. They need to start tuning in to the Don Lemon Show, because didn't we tell you about this whole taco thing that as it relates to taco trade, as it relates to Donald Trump, how he imposes tariffs, and then he waits and sees what happens, and then he relents, and then the markets go back up. Have you guys seen that? We explained it to you this morning. Not only is it like a taco, but if you look at it, it's like Trump always chickens out. He didn't like that. I'm going to show you that, but first, I want our Stephanie Rule, our friend over at the MSNBC, over on The Last Word. Stephanie Rule is going to explain to you what taco trade is. Here it is.
Level set. If you talk to businesses, big or small, they cannot predict what Trump will do next. But one thing has remained constant. When he makes a tariff announcement, markets tank. When he scales back tariffs, markets soar. There's even a nickname for it now, as coined by the Financial Times, the taco trade, short for Trump always chickens out. And consumer sentiment tracks those exact patterns. When people feel like the tariffs are coming, they worry. When they think that Trump's not going to go for it, they're happy. Now, for investors and market makers, it's actually a different story. They can trade around these announcements, right? Volatility means volume. But for businesses, this is paralyzing at best and crippling at worst. And here's what's interesting. Those close to his team have told me that Trump, in his heart of hearts, doesn't actually mind the market reaction when it's bad. In fact, he enjoys the power and influence he has over global markets. One single sentence, one post, one tweet erases or creates tens of billions, which is why so many are now asking if and who is given advance warning on any of these massive market moving events. The answer for now, we do not know. But we and the rest of the world are going to keep watching.
We certainly are. Stephanie Rule, my friend, our friend over at the MSNBC. Her show is The Last Word on MSNBC, and it's a great show. Okay, so she is explaining, by the way, Donald Trump doesn't know about it. Where is folks? Are they under a rock? Are they under a rock today? Because he certainly should know about it. Politico is reporting on, let's show the Politico article. Donald Trump talking about these, Politico talking about these tariffs, the taco tariffs, or taco trade, excuse me. Trump's not happy about Wall Street's name for a tariff flip-flops. Oh, he is not happy at all. Now, I'm going to play this for you. Everybody sit around the TV, okay? Because this is going to be our starter lesson. I like to start you off with something very interesting and then explain to you what is going on. I did a little bit backwards, right? I explained to you what it is. And so Donald Trump was finally asked about it today at a press briefing, and he's crashing out. Do you guys know what crashing out is? Because I said the thumbnail should be crashing out. And Peter said, and Nikki said, oh, the folks over on YouTube, they're not going to know what crashing out is. I said, you guys will know what crashing out is. Okay? So, oh, no, sorry. Not, thank you guys in the chat. She is not the last word. She's the 11th hour. Sorry about that. She is the 11th hour. Thank you very much. Sorry, Steph Rule. Okay, here is Donald Trump having a taco tantrum and crashing out at the White House today. Now, pardon me, because I'm going to interrupt and laugh a lot, and so are you. Here it is.
Wall Street analysts have coined a new term called the taco trade. They're saying Trump always chickens out on your tariff threats, and that's why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
I kick out?
Chicken out.
Oh, isn't that nice? Chicken out. I've never heard that. You mean
Look at
because I
Janine Pirro
reduced
behind it. Wait,
China
hold on,
from
hold on.
145?
First of all, stop. Janine Pirro, really? Is this where we are now? That Janine Pirro is there? Look at her face. Watch her face. This is ridiculous. I mean, we are really through the looking glass. Go ahead, Andy, please start it over. I want you to hear every single word of this because it's crazy. Here it is.
Mr. President, Wall Street analysts have coined a new term called the taco trade. They're saying Trump
Look at
always
Janine
chickens
Pirro.
out
Look at Janine
on your
Pirro.
tariff threats, and that's why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
I kick out?
Chicken out.
Oh, isn't that nice? Chicken out. I've never heard that. You mean because I reduced China from 145% that I set down to 100 and then down to another number? And I said you have to open up your whole country. And because I gave the European Union a 50% tax tariff.
Okay,
and
pause, please. This is the opposite of BDE. This is TME, tiny mushroom energy. Just saying. What is he talking about? First of all he had to do was say, I'm not, that's stupid. I'm not going to respond to that. Like, I mean, just, this is the opposite of that. Watch, he goes on and on and on rambling about this is what I did with China and when I did this one. Basically, and I think in the moment, he's realizing in the moment, this is like him. You know, when you say something, you do something, you have an epiphany in the moment, you're like, oh shit. Well, did I do that? Well, maybe I am. I think that in the moment he's realizing, in his TME moment, he's realizing that he actually does chicken out. Little D Trump E, someone said. Okay, here we go.
Called up and they said, please, let's meet right now. Please, let's meet right now. And I said, okay, I'll give you till July 9. I actually asked them, I said, what's the date? Because they weren't willing to meet. And after I did what I did, they said, we'll meet anytime you want. And we have an end date of July 9th. You call that chickening out? Because we have $14 trillion now invested, committed to investing when Biden didn't have practically anything. Biden,
okay, pause.
This country.
It is, how is it always Biden's fault? I think when he gets stuck on things and he realizes like he has nowhere to go in this moment, as he's realizing like, oh shit, maybe I do that. And he's trying to find a way out for this embarrassing question. Now, I think all you have to do now is wait for him to do what? To start attacking the reporter or the news organization. And trust me, it's coming. He's going to start attacking them because guess what? He's chickening out. Keep going.
Country was dying. You know, we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. I went to Saudi Arabia. The king told me, he said, you got the hottest, we have the hottest country in the world right now. 6 months ago, this country was stone cold dead. We had a dead country. We had a country people didn't think it was going to survive, and you ask a nasty question like that. It's called negotiation. You set a number. And if you go down, you know, if I set a number at a ridiculous high number and I go down a little bit, you know, a little bit, they want me to hold that number, 145% tariff.
Oh, my God.
Even I said, man, that really got up. You know how it got? Because of fentanyl and many other things, and you added it up. I said, where are we now? We're at 145%. I said, whoa, that's high. That's
Okay.
high. They were doing
All
no
right,
business.
Okay.
What?
Okay. I'm not being hyperbolic. I don't have TDS. I don't have TME, tiny mushroom energy. I don't have any of that. But this is ridiculous. All he had to do was say, well, look, I didn't chicken out. This is a negotiation tactic that I am choosing to exercise. Next question. But instead, when you are explaining Donald Trump, you are losing. So he goes and he talks about Joe Biden. I don't know. Should I put the Joe Biden thing up I just sent you? Why don't we do this? He complains about Joe Biden. Everything is due. Are you guys looking at the screen? Oh my gosh. Everything is Joe Biden's fault. Back to his crash out. Here it is.
However, and they were having a lot of problems. We were very nice to China. I don't know if they're going to be nice to us, but we were very nice to China. And in many ways, I think we really helped China tremendously because, you know, they were having great difficulty because we were basically going cold turkey with China. We were doing no business because of the tariff, because it was so high. But I knew that.
Oh my God.
But don't ever say what you said. That's a nasty question. Go ahead.
Mr. President,
To me, that's the nastiest question.
Mr. President,
Wait a minute. Wait. Go ahead, please.
Now, how is that a nasty question? How is it a nasty question when they said that Politico is writing about it? The New York Times is writing about it. We have the New York Times, right? Reports on Trump lashing out over taco trade. We have the New York Times. The New York Times is reporting on it. Stock rallies on the taco trade. How is that a nasty question? It's in the news. Trump always chickens out. Every single financial organization is writing about it. Guess who coined the term? Do you guys want to guess who coined the term? One of the most respected financial magazines or newspapers in the world. The Financial Times. They coined it. And then Donald Trump is telling the reporter, that's a nasty question. It's only because it caught him off guard, and maybe the folks around him are like, don't tell him, shh, do not show him. That probably did not show up in his briefing papers if he read them. They didn't put it in the packet this morning. You know how they put stuff in the packet that, Mr. President, you need to read this. Do you want to go over it? Just like a producer does. Like when we have an editorial call, and when I worked in traditional corporate news, we would sit down with the producer and say, here's the packet. You want to go over it? And you look through it and you go, what is this about, Peter? What is that? Okay. And oh, yeah, I read that. I've seen this one. I did not see this. What's this one about? Well, Don, you may want to lean in on such and such and such and such because there's this taco thing. And then it's not getting a lot. And perhaps you can enlighten people on the taco thing. Okay, blah, 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 blah. But on this one, they did not put into Donald Trump, like, Mr. President, this is what the Wall Street Journal is reporting this. There's something interesting in the Wall Street Journal about from the editorial page. Also, such and such is reporting on this. We sent him a note because they got this part wrong, but we're following it up, Mr. President. And then also right here, the Financial Times is reporting on what they're calling taco trade. So is the New York Times. They didn't put that in the packet. Old people, I'm telling you, old people be knowing. If Donald Trump even does that, perhaps I believe his morning briefing every morning is that he watches the news shows, he watches the cable news shows, and then he goes on to social media. And I believe that is his morning briefing. And they only want to show him good things. I bet you 150% they do not show him the bad shit. Or the stuff that is too, I shouldn't say bad, the stuff that is too critical of him. Where's the lie? You guys think I'm lying? They do not show him that. Do you guys remember this, by the way? Donald Trump with the taco bowl. Do you remember that? This was back in the day, and I think it was on... This was on Cinco de Mayo, and I think Donald Trump took a picture and posted it with a taco bowl, and I mean, he got ripped for that. Oh my God, I've been in that office. Look at that office. It is, I mean, it is like a museum in there. Look at all of that stuff. He's got shit everywhere. The view is boss, though. That view, he sees all the way up Central Park. Corner office, Trump Tower. But anyways, that was Taco Tuesday. Was it Taco Tuesday when he did that, or was it Cinco de Mayo? It was Taco Tuesday.
I just sent you the original tweet. Don, do you happen to remember? Do you want to take a guess at what the caption was? We'll have in a second.
Without looking, what was the caption? Taco Tuesday? Was it Taco Tuesday?
Taco Tuesday was much worse than Taco Tuesday.
Okay, I'll look. I can't remember.
Andy, throw it up when you have it. No rush.
It's all coming back to me. I mean, because he loves the blacks. He also loves the Hispanics. Happy Cinco de Mayo, the tweet read. This was back in, I don't have the tweeter. Crap. Where was this back? I don't have Twitter. Was this 2016?
May 5th of 2016.
May of 2016. I'm reading the headline from your text. Happy Cinco de Mayo. The best taco bowls are made in Trump Tower Grill. I love Hispanics. Good Lord. And he thinks that's okay. He thinks that's okay. Hey, guys. Happy, what would I say? I don't know. Someone, mayo sandwich. I have no idea. Happy watercress sandwich day. I love the whites. Can you imagine if we did some shit like that? Oh, can you imagine if Obama did some shit like that? Happy whatever day. Happy chicken cacciatore day. I love the whites. Barkley, what are you doing? My dog is up on the couch on the table. Oh my gosh, this is unhinged and crazy. Get down, down, before you hurt yourself. Anyways, nuts. Okay, so this is what happens with the taco stock market. This is what happens to the stock market when you get the taco Trump trade. When he does tacos or does the tariff. Let's put it up. It's a New York Times graphic. New York Times taco stock graphic. Don't have it. There it is to the right, the BBBBB graphic. That's it right there. Not that one. There's one that says BBBBB. That's the one, I think. This is what happens to the market, what's been happening. Oh, that's the big, beautiful bill. Sorry, Andy, you're right. I screwed up. My bad. That's a big, beautiful bill. That's what happens to the market. That is what's happening. And people are like, the market is great now. The market still has not, it's still down from where it started when he took office. It's just back up from May 23rd. Stock markets jump on Tuesday with S&P 500 posting its biggest gains in weeks. Stocks rally on the taco trade. Trump always chickens out. Man, there's so much humor in this. This is Saturday night. Do you guys remember Saturday Night Live when Donald Trump, it was like Donald Trump's Chicken Shack? And Donald Trump did this skit on the Saturday Night Live. Donald Trump's House of Chickens or Chicken House. So this is Donald Trump chickening out. My goodness, that was back in the day. That was Amy Poehler and Keenan and Seth and what's her name? Why can't I think of her name? Crap.
Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph. Minnie Riperton's daughter. Loving you is easy because you're beautiful. Her mom had a fantastic, fantastic voice, and she is just as talented an actor as her mom was a singer. But anyways, hilarious. Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you, look, Donald Trump is problematic. Not only is he crashing out over that, he is still on Harvard's ass. Like, oh my God, he's so mad and so jealous at Harvard. And he does not understand what folks who go to Harvard, what they contribute to society, the world, to all kinds of things. Genes, genomes, medicine, science, all of that. He wants to take the money from Harvard and he says he wants to give it to trade schools. Don, don't sing. I love you though. This is my damn show. Don't tell me what to do. Okay, I'll stop singing. Listen, okay, so we're going to get to that. But first and foremost, before we get to that, a word from our sponsors, okay? So we're going to take a moment and we're going to hear a word from our sponsors. Support today comes from, for the Don Lemon Show, comes from MSI United States. MSI United States. Women are facing major crisis all over the world. Cuts to foreign aid for modern safe contraception, putting lives in jeopardy. But there's this organization, it's called MSI Reproductive Choices, an international charity that has been providing vital care to women in 36 countries for years. MSIUnitedStates.org is a website where you can find out more. They have launched the Choice Emergency Fund to replace USAID funding cuts. Something that you didn't know that probably, and I didn't know, is that 257 million women can't access the contraception that would put them in control of their lives. Imagine that. No access to contraception because you live too far from a health center or because you cannot afford it. So here's where you can help. I'm seeing here that MSI can provide women with contraception for a whole year for just $6.50. You can give a woman a year of freedom from worry for just $6.50. That's real impact. Go to MSIUnitedStates.org and give, or you can text LEMON to, which is my last name, to 511-511. To be clear, that's M as in modern, S as in safe, I as in informed, MSIUnitedStates.org. Or again, you can just text LEMON to 511-511. And here, guess what? I am told that MSI has great ratings with Charity Navigator and Candid, and that 94% of your gift goes to charitable activities. That's a really good score. MSIUnitedStates.org or text LEMON to 511-511. Text fees may apply. Support also today comes from none other than ZBiotics. And I have to tell you about this game-changing product that I use before a night out with drinks, and it's called Pre-Alcohol. ZBiotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic Drinks is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's that buildup of that byproduct, not dehydration, that is to blame for rough days after drinking. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night and drink responsibly, and you're going to feel your best tomorrow or the next day. So I first tried it, I told you, with a wine tasting. Woke up the next day, I felt great. Tried it this past holiday weekend with a couple of margaritas the night before. I had the pre-alcohol first, and I woke up feeling great. So here's what you can do. Go to zbiotics.com/lemon to learn more and get 15% off your first order when you use lemon at checkout. ZBiotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money. No question to ask. Remember to head to zbiotics.com/lemon and use the code lemon at checkout for 15% off. So thank you to our sponsors today. Now, in the meantime, someone said cha-ching. We're not at cha-ching yet. You guys know the ads, right? You're not wrong. LOL, says Karen White for something. I don't know. Maybe I hope she's talking about the ads. Okay, so we've told you about how Donald Trump crashed out as it relates to the taco trade. He's also crashing out about Harvard. I don't know. Well, I do know why he's got a stick up, his what about Harvard. There are a number of things. Some folks are saying, reportedly, allegedly, that he is upset because Barron did not have the grades to get into Harvard. And he thought maybe they should just accept him because what? He's a Trump. Harvard said, no, you got to have the grades. Now, by the way, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Harvard. Didn't Bush go to Harvard? Or was Bush Yale? I think
the Bushes were Yaleys.
The Bushes were Yaleys, yeah. But, Barron did not get into or didn't, I guess not. I guess was not accepted, reportedly, allegedly, into any Ivy League schools. He goes to school right around where I live, and that's at NYU. Yeah. What's Barron going to do at Harvard? I don't know. But if Donald Trump loved the trade schools, because that's what he's talking about, why didn't his kids go to trade school? Why didn't he send them to the trade school? He sent them to the universities. Yeah, Malia Obama, Harvard, parked the car in Harvard Yard. Smart people got into the Harvard, but that's maybe why Trump's mad, because not so much. Trump is talking about Harvard now because he's pissed that they are fighting back and saying, we'll see you in court. Here he is.
Okay. Well, we're going to see. Look, Harvard has been a disaster. They've taken $5 billion plus. $5 billion. Nobody knew that they were making this cut. If we didn't do this, we would have never found this out, Pam. They're taking $5 billion. And I'd rather see that money go to trade schools. And by the way, they're totally anti-Semitic at Harvard, as you know, and some other colleges too, in all fairness to them. And it's been exposed, very exposed. And I think they're dealing very badly. Every time they fight, they lose another $250 million. Yesterday, we found another $100 million. And they have, they have a fund, an endowment, $52 billion.
Yeah.
All right. They get a lot of that from the United States.
Okay, pause, please. Donald Trump don't know what he's talking about. A couple of things. That money, that endowment, that really comes from alum donations. There's not a lot of it comes from the United States, and investments. Harvard is one of the oldest educational institutions in the United States. Very wealthy patrons and donors. $52 billion. He can outlast you in court, and probably the government. In the 4 years that you're going to be in office, Harvard will still be around and you'll be gone. And he doesn't understand a lot of things. So look, we had this conversation before the show about trade schools. I don't believe college is for everyone. I think that people should go to trade schools. I think that people who do trades, or they call them tradies, they call themselves the tradies. The folks who actually do the work in this country, the folks who do the plumbing, the folks who do the roofing, the folks who do the electricians, all of those folks, hey man, I love you, I respect you. And the folks at Harvard probably can't do what the folks at the trade schools can do. So let's give them their due, right? Give them their flowers, because I think they do great stuff. But what he doesn't understand is that the folks in the trade schools the folks who go to Harvard are doing things that the folks in the trade schools don't do. And the other folks are doing the same. But they're not coming up with research that's getting us closer to a cure for cancer. They're not coming up with research that gets us closer to a cure for AIDS. They're not coming up with research that helps to advance science into the future. Donald Trump does not understand what those institutions do and why they are getting this money, these endowments, and these grants is because they're doing things that are really good for the whole of society and not just specific things that you may need at your home or building things. Now, I would not want Peter, who is a Harvard grad, to come over to my house and build anything. I don't want him to build shit. I don't want him to touch my electricity. I don't want it. But I want him on my team for editorial because he knows a lot of stuff. And Peter, what does Donald Trump not understand about Harvard and Ivy League institutions and why they get so much endowment and grants?
Snuff check. Sorry. Nikki's actually the Harvard grad. I am the Yale grad.
You're the Yale grad. Sorry. Nikki's a Harvard grad.
We got to give Nikki her flowers.
Nikki, Peter, explain to me what the Ivies do that people should know about.
So what I was explaining to you on our editorial call, Don, was that when Trump talks about how the U.S. government gives Harvard, gives different top schools billions of dollars, it's not for shits and giggles. It's not because they're fancy schools or the U.S. government gives them an award, right? It's because these schools attract top scientific talent from around the world. Another thing that Trump is trying to stop. And what these top schools are then able to do.
What Joan Morgan says in the comments is right. He doesn't understand that Harvard is a research institution. But go ahead, Peter. Sorry to cut you off.
Exactly. Joan raises a great point. And what I was about to say is precisely that. Because these schools have large endowments and because they're not driven by profit motive like the private sector, they can spend time putting in a tremendous amount of investment, a tremendous amount of research into different types of scientific treatments, different types of cures for diseases that either A, not a huge portion of the population are afflicted by, but are still horrific diseases nonetheless, or B, research that will have a very long-term turnaround. You know, they're looking into cures and treatments that they might not have conclusive data on for, say, 20, 30 years, as opposed to the private drug companies that really want to turn around research and development in very short periods of time so they can start making a profit pretty quickly. And so what Trump is doing, and I think you laid this out really well, Don, is he's trying to frame this as an appeal to his populist base, to the everyday working American. But it's so objectively not that. Because while I agree, trade schools in America should get more funding, and we should encourage people to go to trade schools, the idea that folks who are going to trade schools are now going to be able to use this money to cure cancer is just not realistic. And I expressed to you during the editorial call, it's kind of a very difficult conversation to have because you don't want to sound elitist. You don't want to sound like a jerk. But in the same way as you just said that you should not trust me with a hammer, you should not let me get on your roof or into your bathroom. Like we should allow top Harvard researchers from around the world to be investigating, say, dementia or cancer or all of these terrible diseases that will take decades in all likelihood to cure.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think I should let Nikki fix plumbing? Would you let Nikki fix the plumbing?
I wouldn't. I'm gonna say right now, don't do that.
Nikki, do you want to weigh in on this?
Well, I mean, I think Peter said it perfectly. It is a difficult conversation to have because
People think that you're talking down about trade schools, and you're not. You're
exactly, and we're not. That's an incredibly important part of society. We need the people that can do these things. We need people that go to trade schools, but just as we need them, we also need this long-term research. It is important, and I think we're really going to see we're going to see some hurt because of this.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Really sad, and he's crashing out about it. let's keep listening to him going around about why Harvard is so bad and they have so much money and blah, and the government gives them, they get their money from the government. Let's just be clear. Where does most of their endowment come from? What? Wealthy donors, correct? And for them over the years, investing. Okay, keep going.
And I think it's ridiculous. I think everyone's coming up to me saying, we love the idea of trade schools with that kind of money and money from others, but money from them. You can have the best.
And just back it up a little bit, Andy. Everyone's coming up to him. When was the last time you talked about that? Something like that. When was the last time you think anybody had a conversation like that with him? Hey, Mr. President, I just want to tell you, hey, trade schools, just randomly. And I would venture a guess that a lot of those people around him, J.D. Vance, probably Stephen Miller. Well, Stephen Miller, I think is USC. Is he a USC grad? I think it was California is where he went to school.
But I think it was at California high school. And I think he went to Duke, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so Duke is a good school. And J.D. Vance is what, Harvard? I believe.
I think Harvard undergrad and Yale. JD.
Yeah. So, I mean, these are all Ivy League folks, but he has it out for the Ivy Leagues. And some of the people who are in his cabinet are Ivy League grads. This man is a fool. Keep going, fool.
Everyone's coming up to me saying, we love the idea of trade schools.
Oh, my God.
With that kind of money and money from others, but money from them. You can have the best trade schools anywhere in the world. You give them to Iowa, Indiana, lots of good states, well-run states, and you give them the money. They can only be used for trade schools, and they'll teach people how to build motors and cars and AI. You know, the AI, we're building plants. We're building hundreds of billions of dollars worth of AI plants, already started, many of them. We've never had a boom like we're having now. You're going to see it.
We've never had a boom like we're having now. You're going to see it. If we're having a boom like we're having now, wouldn't you have already seen it? Because the whole key thing is that we're having now. And we're building billions of AI plants. Do you think that all happened in the almost 6 months that Donald Trump has been in office? Come on, give me a break. This man he lies through his teeth every single, if his mouth is moving, you know he's lying. And the Trump MAGA sycophants, they believe everything as they pay his bills. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's crazy. Let's get a word into our sponsors, and I want to tell you about what's happening, because there is a fight going on. I shouldn't say a fight. There's a rift. I don't know. Is the bromance over? Is it over? Because the big beautiful bill that we said was a big bombastic, a bamboozle, a big boatload of bullshit bill. The big peach blonde bad bill, butch bill. Elon Musk is not happy with it. And he is saying it out loud. Not kidding. Elon Musk is not happy with the big beautiful bill. He is speaking out about it. Also not happy with the big beautiful bill, the stock market, market analysts, and nonpartisan groups that analyze bills and the financials of such bills. Not happy with it. Okay? So, support for the Don Lemon Show today comes from Wild Alaskan. Wild Alaskan, the seafood that you can trust when you bring it home. You don't have to question the nutrition and the taste, all of it. Nutrition, taste, sustainability. That is what Wild Alaskan Company is about. Once I discovered that, hey, man, I'm going to keep using it. I'm going to keep eating Wild Alaskan. Wild Alaskan is a 100% wild-caught, never farmed seafood, okay? I love it because you can judge your proportions. You don't have to cook way too much. You end up throwing it away, or too little where you're hungry. It's in a pack and you get to decide how much of it you want. And it is sealed and all the freshness is sealed inside. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love, I told you, Tim loves the salmon. I love the cod, and I tried the tuna. Delicious. All of it's delicious, but my favorite, the tuna and the cod. Wild Alaskan is 100% wild caught, never farmed. This means that there's no antibiotics, no GMOs, no additives, just clean, real fish that support healthy oceans and fishing communities. Their fish is frozen right off the boat, so it locks the taste in, locks the texture right in, and the nutrients like omega-3s. Wild caught from Alaska. Every order supports sustainable harvesting practices, and your membership delivers flexible shipments, expert tips, and truly feel-good seafood. Okay? I have been eating it for the last month or so now. Delicious. Not all fish are the same. Get seafood that you can trust. Okay? Go to wildalaskan.com/lemon for $35 off your first box of premium wild caught seafood. Again, wild caught from Alaska. Every order supports sustainable harvesting practices, and your membership delivers flexible shipments, expert tips, and truly feel-good seafood. That is wildalaskan.com/lemon for $35 off your first order. That's Wild Alaskan Company. Thank you, Wild Alaskan Company, for sponsoring this episode. Also, support today comes from Shopify. We love the Shopify. We love the Shopify because it helps you to realize your dreams. It helped all of us to realize our dreams. It's helped me to realize my dream because they're a sponsor. And it can help you as well with all of those doubts, right? Don't hold yourself back thinking, what if I can't do this? What if I don't have the skills? What if I can't do it alone? Turn those what ifs into why nots with Shopify by your side. There's the ka-ching that you guys were asking for in the comments. Okay, so here's what you do. Turn those dreams into a Shopify gives you the tools to be able to do that. Give them the best shot at success, your dreams, with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/lemon. That's shopify.com/lemon, shopify.com/lemon, and turn those dreams into a ka-ching. Look, they can help you out with your strategy for emails, your social media strategy, your strategy that for promotion and all of that. Your if you need tools or templates so that you can start your own website, that you can create your own website, it can do that as well. 24/7 award-winning customer service. 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S., from household names to brands just getting started, they are Shopify. They use that platform. And when we get our merch store up very, very soon, we're going to use it as well. So shopify.com/lemon, you can turn those dreams into a ka-ching. Thank you to our sponsors today. Okay, so here's the thing. You know the big, beautiful bill, and I was telling you that some folks aren't happy about it, especially Donald Trump. I mean, especially Elon Musk, not happy with it. Okay? This is the stock market graph that I was trying to show you earlier, and I thought it was for taco trade, but this is for the big, beautiful bill. This is what's happened with the big, beautiful bill. House GOP's big, beautiful bill harms the bottom 60. I don't know if you can remove that logo at the top. Maybe kind of hard, right, Andy? Oh, you can. The bottom 60% of working age households. So look at that. Big, beautiful bill harms the bottom 60% of working age households. So look at the people, bottom quintile, under $17,000. Look at that. Bottom quintile, folks who make $17,000 to $51,000. Look at that. They're losing out. The folks who make $50,000 to $90,000, $93,000, they're losing out. But if you make $93,000 to $174,000, you're doing well. And if you make over $174,000, look at that. You're in the money. But for the poor folks, where it really matters, the big, beautiful bill ain't so beautiful. It is harming the bottom 60% of working age households. And you are right, Miss Cat. It is effing criminal that Donald Trump is doing this. Elon Musk is talking. Well, let's put this up. This is the BBC on Elon Musk. This is the article. It's saying that Elon Musk is disappointed by Trump's tax and spending bill. This is the British Broadcasting Company reporting this. Can we scroll through it a little bit, please? Those are just a full screen. Oh, we can scroll through it. Elon Musk has criticized one of the signature policies of Donald Trump, marking a break from the U.S. president who he helped to win re-election in 2024. Last week, the U.S. House of Representatives narrowly passed what Trump calls his big, beautiful bill, which includes multi-trillion-dollar tax breaks and a pledge to increase defense spending. It will now head to the Senate. Tech titan Musk told the BBC's U.S. partner CBS News he was disappointed by the plan, which he felt undermines the work he did for the president on reducing spending. Remember Doge? He believes that it kind of erases the progress that he believes and says that they made in Doge. It undermines Doge, this big, beautiful bill. He spoke out to CBS. Here's Elon Musk talking about being disappointed with the big, beautiful bill.
So, I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
I actually thought that when this big, beautiful bill came along, everything he's done on Doge gets wiped out in the first year.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both. My personal opinion.
So, what do you think? Is the bromance over? I don't know. But to hear him, to not see Elon Musk around the White House, and look, I'm not there. I don't know if he's there, but he said he was going to move away from that and get back to doing the business of his companies. And you don't hear Donald Trump talking about him or tweeting about him or just referencing him at all. Whatever, Elon and Trump are still thick as thieves, says Karen White. Karen White, you're probably right. But it is very interesting to hear him speaking out against something that is so important to Donald Trump. This big, beautiful bill passed in the House, but what is going to happen in the Senate? The folks in the Senate are already saying, look, we're not dealing with the Medicaid, and we're not cutting Medicaid. Perhaps they are sleeping in separate rooms now, says Ms. Cat. Y'all are way too much. Now, why do y'all want to say that about these guys? They're just friends. Okay? How does a big, beautiful bill impact the poor and middle class? I believe that's it. We had that, right? That was the thing that we had up. What was this NY Time from Jane Coaston? What is that retweet? I don't know if that has anything to do with the big, beautiful bill. Did I miss something on that? Does that have to do with...
Yeah, that was more during the taco conversation.
The taco conversation.
That's not relevant now.
It's not relevant now. But there you go with the big, beautiful bill. It's going to help. We will see what happens there. We're going to see what happens there. And by the way, I forgot something because we were talking about Harvard, but Linda McMahon, who is the Secretary of Education, is saying, basically parroting what Donald Trump wants her to say, but she's saying Harvard can do research when it submits. Here it is.
Yet my tax dollars are going for about $9 billion right now. I understand a lot of that is for research, good research, by the way. And universities should continue to be able to do research as long as they're abiding by the laws and are in sync, I think, with the administration and what the administration is trying to accomplish, but primarily abiding by the laws. And when we looked at different aspects of what Harvard was doing relative to anti-Semitism on its campuses, they were not enforcing Title VI the way it should be. And we had conversations with President Garber, and I expected that we would have more, but Harvard's answer was a lawsuit, so that's where we find ourselves, right now. But it is, I think the president is looking at this as, okay, how can we really make our point? And what are the things that Harvard and other universities are doing that we have to call attention to?
Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about that. Donald Trump doesn't care about the anti-Semitism. I mean, even Scott Galloway said that. Even Candace Owens is saying that. Something similar, I should say. He doesn't care at all about that. He just wants to punish Harvard because they will not submit. And yes, is there a problem with anti-Semitism? I think we have a problem with anti-Semitism on college campuses. I do. But that has nothing to do with why Harvard is saying you cannot spy on our students. We're not giving you students personal information because this is not the novel 1984. This is not Big Brother. We are not doing it. And also what you're doing is unlawful. It's illegal. It is unconstitutional. That's why Harvard is fighting. And Linda McMahon, why are they always talking about merit-based things and America should be merit-based and this and the merit? Basically, they're saying the blacks. They may as well just go ahead and say the N-word. But why are they always saying that when Linda McMahon is not qualified to be the education secretary, the secretary of education? I don't need to tell you Pete Hegseth. Do I need to tell you Kristi Noem? None of these people are qualified. So to have Linda McMahon sitting there scolding a higher institution like Harvard University is just laughable. Someone said DEI hire. Now, those are the DEI hires right there that we're talking about. Those are the DEI hires. Oh boy. So that is where we find you. We leave you today, I say. But just give me the thing from the morning. Can I just get the photos from last night that I want to put up? Because I want to thank those ladies again, because I think they wrote a wonderful book. And that is this book right here. Life is a Lazy Susan of Shit Sandwiches. And that's from Jennifer Welch and then Angie Pumps Sullivan. And we were at the 92nd Street Y, and I had it was my honor, the privilege to be able to moderate the conversation and to host them. Yeah. And so thank you so much. Look at those ladies all over me. Some people don't like that. Got two blondes all over me. What y'all gonna do? I'm sure Byron Donalds and Tim Scott are like, wait a minute. He's trying to take our women. I cracked myself up. You guys got that, didn't you? Huh? You got it. Oh my gosh. So, oh boy. Yep. I'm trolling a little bit. Ladies love the lemon. Yes, they do. All right, everybody. So you're informed. Look, last night I learned a little bit so did someone say no, sorry. Last night I learned something, it's something that just reaffirmed that you have to laugh about things. You have to have a sense of humor about things because it could always get worse. Don, you quack me up, someone said. What did you say? Tim Scott would like to have a word. That is hilarious. Byron Donald, who's the other one that's got the blonde, whatever. Okay. Anyways, no shade. Who am I to talk? So thank you guys. Look, make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the thumbs up. It does affect the algorithm. And someone said the TikTok kicker. You guys want me to do that? Okay. You want me to do that? Really? I sent that just for us. I have, do you guys ever do this? Do you ever get obsessed with something that you see on TikTok? And sometimes it's really big and sometimes it's not. I don't know if this one is really big, but I think it is hilarious. Excuse me, and it makes me laugh, and I watch it over and over. There's one thing that I watch over and over. I can't play that one because it's the guy going like this, nobody should. No, nobody's saying that. I'm not saying that. Nobody should. Okay, so I watch that one over and over because it's funny. Everybody knows what he's talking about, but without even saying it. So this one to me is hilarious. And tell me if you know who this comedian is, tell me, because I'm obsessed with this and I've been playing it over and over and over last night and today. And I'm sure Tim thinks I'm crazy. Because I post something and I say, why is this video 3 hours long? Okay, here it is.
TikTok. TikTok. You always doing the TikTok. What? You always doing the TikTok. I can do what I want. I pay my bills. My bills are paid. Don't do that. Just messed up my whole little video, but now I gotta restart it.
One more time for me, please.
So TikTok,
You always doing the TikTok.
What?
You always doing the TikTok.
I can do what I want. I pay my bills. My bills are paid. Don't do that. Just messed up my whole little video, but now I gotta restart it.
And the guy's in the background going, okay, damn. Well, you know it's not that guy. He's doing some woman, a black woman who's like, and funny, I love you, black women, the best. So funny. So I choose to laugh. There's another one. Should I put, is it bad if I show someone falling off of a runway? Is that really bad? Should I not do that? Is it bad? What do you guys think, team? Can I play it?
I have not watched it, so I cannot endorse or not endorse. Anything I haven't watched, I'm a little bit nervous about, though.
Can I play it? Because it just makes my day. It's so funny. Can I play it? Guys, are you guys going to judge me if I play it? Because I'm not like shaming anybody because we were laughing. Do you guys remember all the video of the women, the models like Naomi in these high shoes and they were falling down? Do you guys remember that? When they played all the supermodels and they couldn't walk in these shoes. Do it. Go for it. You guys want me to go for it. Okay, you promise you're not going to judge me. And you're not going to say I'm shaming anybody because I'm not. The shit is funny as hell. Okay? So you play it. We all need a laugh. If you have it, Andy, put it up. I know it might get me in trouble, but whatever. Not yet.
Yeah, 1 second. Sorry.
You always on the TikTok. I can do what I want. I pay my bills. My bills are paid. People falling, always hilarious. And not watch, I'm going to go fall. And you guys, it's not going to be so funny. But anyways, as soon as Andy gets it, we are. Oh, wait, I forgot. We're going to play that. And then I'm going to play the Donald Trump Family Guy thing. But first, should I do the Donald Trump Family Guy thing first?
I have it ready. So either one.
You have the other one?
Yeah, I have the runway one.
Okay, let's play the runway one. We need a laugh. I'm sorry. Is that I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nikki is going to be mad at me. Peter and Nikki are going to get on me after this show. And the music goes with it. The music, like, it goes. What'd you say? I've lost my. Am I crazy? Should I not be doing this? Her bills are about to be paid. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with this because we started with taco, the taco, what is it? The taco tariff, taco trade, and we're going to end on taco trade. Here's Family Guy.
Wow, a lot of people here today.
Yeah. Man, I love street fairs. They got rides, games, and ethnic food cooked horribly by white Americans.
Tacos, hot tacos here. Oh, are those tacos? You better believe they're tacos. I love tacos, especially on a corn tortilla. Oh, I love tacos on a corn tortilla.
Now that was Peter. Blame Peter for that one. Okay, one more time for the runway, and then we're out of here. Oh my gosh, I needed that. Oh wow. Okay, so everyone, I'm glad you like our little thing in the bottom of the screen, the comments. Did you guys take the comments off on purpose? The comments are gone on purpose. Sorry. Anyways, that is hilarious. Oh my gosh, it's to the beat. Anyway, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the likes. And we appreciate it. Become a member. Welcome to all of our new members and welcome to the people who supported us today for your generous support of independent media. Cheryl Butler, aka Marty Pro, I don't think she's hurt. Seemingly Naima, welcome to the elimination. Welcome Donna Daniels to the elimination. Welcome Christy Tornikowski to the elimination, and Maureen Marfell, because of Maureen Marfell's very generous contribution. For her generosity, 10 people get to become members of elimination. So thank you guys. I'm not making fun of anyone. We all need to laugh. She is okay. She is okay. All right. So as I always say, make sure you like, follow us everywhere. I'm going to see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. for our Hot Topics program. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Turn the TV off.
Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support,